Hello people, in this video I want to talk about reason why men get tattoos, or why men are tatted, and the reason why women are tatted, right? Alright, reason why usually men get tatted, alright, this is mainly the reason why men get tatted in the first place is some kind of brotherhood that they're in, right? For example, if you're in the military, you're in a platoon, right? They get like a platoon tattoos on them to distinguish their brotherhood, to make them known, right? The band of brothers, right? Or say like they're in a prison and the tattoo identify what they did to get in there, right? It holds these significant meanings, that they're a thief or whatever. In Russian tattoos, they have like skulls and stuff, right? Or what tribe they're in, right? Like tribal tattoos. This is the reason why men get tattoos. Like you see Polynesian men, right? When they get tattoos, it solely demonstrate what kind of rank they're in, right? Are they high rank, bottom rank, right? The Yakuza, right? Japanese mafia, right? They get tattoos basically on rank. They have meanings, right? They have meanings. When women get tattoos, right, it doesn't usually have meanings. It's usually some dumb meanings. Like there's no woman band of sisterhood tattoos out there, right? You don't see that. You don't see women getting tattoos that have significant meanings that they're with a clan members or whatever it is. They're with a member of something. Usually when women get tattoos, and if it does have meanings to it, it means it's a red flag, right? The tattoo that they're getting symbolize that they've been through some mental hardship, right? When a woman went through mental hardship, what does that mean? That means she's unstable. That's basically a red flag for men. If she says she has a tattoo because she's suicidal, like the semicolon, she was suicidal and now she's not, that's a red flag, man. If a woman get a tramp stamp on her back, that's a red flag, right? What does it mean to that? If a woman just get a random cartoon character, what's the meaning to that? Oh, she liked this cartoon. So it holds no significant meanings, right? So when a woman get her tattoo, it's either a red flag or it holds no significant meaning. Women have these how am I gonna say this? There's this idea that when they get meanings to a tattoo, they have to say they have to get some really ridiculous meaning, right? Like, oh, I want a moth on my shirt because I'm mystic, I'm unknown. Okay, that's just a red flag as well. Like, guys don't want that. Guys don't want, and they get all these occultic tattoos, right? If they have all these witchcraft and wicked tattoos, that's not a red flag, right? If a woman have a skull on them, that's another red flag. All these things, all these tattoos that they get is all red flags. You know, like I think some guys when the manospheres indicate that usually these tattoos are symbolic, like animals in nature. Like you see a very colorful animals in nature, right? Usually the colorful animal in nature are usually demonstrated at they're a threat. Like you don't want to mess with them, right? For say like a poison dart frog, poison arrow frog, right? They're very colorful, they're very vibrant, but if you eat one of them, you're gonna die, right? Or say a bright red mushroom, right? Bright red mushroom sure is nice to look at, but if you eat something bright red, you're gonna die, right? Something like that, right? Something along that line, right? It's usually an indication of a threat when something are standing out like that, like a very very colorful flower. When you eat that flower, you die or something like that, right? That's what some guys are referring to these tattoos, right? These tattoos are just it's just an indicator that if you mess with this girl, right, it's a red flag. You just getting yourself into some deadly things, right? And usually these women who's heavily tatted have some unresolved issues. They have unresolved issues that they haven't resolved yet, and is to tell you that, bro, you only getting yourself into a slew of problems, right? And not only that, if she's having tattoos in unexpected areas, like having tattoos on her forehead or faces, right? Nobody want that. And not only that, like if she have a tattoo of a man's, right? What kind of man want another man's tattoo on her instead of him or something like that. That's not pleasing to men. Men don't like that. I understand when I noticed this phenomenon happens like back in the early 2000s, right? That's when there's all these tattoos. This women start having sleeves, overly tatted, right? It happens in the early 2000s when they have shows like L.A. Ink, Miami Ink, right? They seen all these things on TV. That's when it blew up in popularity, right? On that moment of popularity, then all girls start getting tattooed because it's a fad. That's what I think too. This tattoo on women, I think women see it as a fad, right? They don't understand the consequence and the repercussion of a tattoo. A tattoo is permanent. It's a permanent fad. It's like saying it's like having a style on you that you can't take off. Like it's like saying you're wearing bell-bottom pants for the rest of your life, right? That's what it is. It's a style, and they get all these random cartoon figures, all these weird tattoos on them, thinking it's cute, but they don't. And then they can realize that they can develop a regrets for it later on in life, right? That they can't take out. Now it's a permanent mark, right? It tells you cannot make a rational decision. This is why men, when they get tattoos, they make us they think about this, right? And they know it have to have significant meanings, like I don't say Northern tribe, like Polynesian people, right? They get certain tattoos to distinguish them in ranks, or how many people they have killed, right? Like a warrior tattoos. There's no woman warrior that get tattoos like that. Right? There's no sisterhood like that. Like, show me one. Show me some Amazonian that get that's all tatted up. Right? Maybe I don't know, man. Show me a rank where women get tattooed because of ranks. Right? Normally, this is the reason why men get tattoos, because it shows rank and the dirt they did in life. Right? A teardrop, how many people they killed, right? These basically, men understand what holds significant meanings. Women, they can't distinguish that. Like, they get a tattoo of Rick and Morty. What does that symbolize? That you like Rick and Morty? They get tattoos of what? Of some anime cartoons. Like, what does that mean? You like anime? Like, you have to think about this before you get it. Right? They get some random Chinese characters. Like, what is the meaning of that? Like, how do you know that character means what you think it means? It's like they get all these crazy tattoos, like not realizing that they can't take them off. I mean, if they can, it's gonna be really expensive because LASIK is not that cheap, and it's painful. You know, it's gonna run them a lot of money to take off a tattoo that they didn't want. And not only that, they get stupid tattoos like an ex name on them or some other man's name. What kind of men want that, right? Back then, because it's a fad, some simps out there liked it, right? In like the early 2000s, because it's a fad, some simps like that. Now, since it's a fad is over with, guys are beginning to grow. Guys are getting older, right? And it's not a fad right now, so the young kids don't grow up with it. So right now the fad is dying. Now these girls who have all these tattoos start develop all this resentment from having all these tattoos. You know? And now they're stuck with it. It's a permanent mark. And now they're having it all in weird places like I don't want to say it, man. I could go on the tangent with this, but yeah, that's the difference between guys when they get their tattoos. It really holds a significant meanings. It's like a chapter in their life, right? With women tattoo, I'm not saying women don't have any meanings to it, but it usually is a weird meanings. It's usually a meaning that they survive suicide, they survive something in their life, right? They survive something. They are a product of some negative thing, right? They survive child abuse. They survive smuggling or whatever it is, and then those things are not really good thing to displayed. Like, why you wanted to display your traumatic childhood? Why you wanted to display that you used to be suicidal? Why you wanted to display that? Right? If you want to display that for that very reason, by all means do it. But know the fact that this is going to turn a lot of people off. Right? I mean, not a lot of people are privy to this. Not a lot of guys are privy to this. Not a lot of guys find a lot of tattoos are attractive. For me, a woman's body is beautiful as it is. There's no reason to tattoo it. Right? A woman's body is a work of art. By you tattooing yourself some random things on you, no matter how small it is, you're basically defaming yourself, destroying yourself. That's a work of art. That's God creations, right? A woman's body is God creation. It's perfect to a point, right? It's perfect. By you doing that, you're saying that God made a mistake. I should have this tattoo. You're going against God orders, right? It's body manipulations. That's what it is. That's my point of view. That's what I think. That's my opinion on tattoos. I mean, I prefer my women don't get tattoos, don't have any tattoos, because the body is so beautiful as it is. Their body is a work of art. But for some reason, that's their prerogative. They want it, go for it, but understand there's consequences. But for guys, when they get tattoos, it usually holds a significant meaning, a really significant meanings, rankings of a brotherhood or something, right? But let me know you agree. If there's something I missed, leave it in a comment below, right? So other people could learn from it. I'm still learning just like you are, right? On that note, like, share, subscribe, and I'll come back with another video. Peace.